what is today, Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. Super excited to connect with everybody today. I feel like I haven't done a Facebook Live in forever. And part of you guys know the reason for that. So first and foremost, for those of you who are new here, I want to say hello to you. So my name is Rachel Adams Lee, and I'm an entrepreneur. So I have 4 different companies with my husband. I'm 34 years old. I live in Northern California. And I am so passionate about helping other people lead their best life and kind of find their purpose. I feel like I really struggled with that in the beginning. And so now that I feel like I have a little bit of a better understanding of it, it's one of my purpose. It is part of my purpose and one of my passions to help other people find their own. So I have 4 companies right now, and I've got a real estate business, the Rachel Adams Group with Keller Williams Realty. I have I speak all over the country, which I'm super fortunate to do, coaching people on how to build a business and work on their mindset. A lot of times through social media and real estate. My husband and I have partnered with an anti-aging shampoo company. So if you guys need the hookup on good hair, you know where to go. And then also I am a real estate maps coach. So I get to coach people on real estate too. So life is busy, really busy. And those of you who are just joining right now, hello, hello. I've got Michelle and Rita, Angela, Miguel, Christina, all my good friends are here, which is so fun. And those of you just watching, the first thing I wanted to do is just say such a heartfelt thank you to all of you, because we're pregnant. And obviously if you are not living under a rock, you know this, which is so exciting. So we're a little over 15 weeks pregnant right now, and I am not throwing up today. So that is a plus. It's been like 3 days since I puked. So I'm like, all right, life's pretty smooth right now. And so life's been so crazy, but we announced our pregnancy earlier this week on social media, and everyone was just so lovely and so just beautiful and warm. And I just wanted to, on behalf of myself and my husband, I just want to thank you. We want to thank you so much. And our little bump, I got a bump, you guys. It's crazy. We've wanted to be parents for a long time. So super duper exciting. Yeah, Fontana just used the emoji. I've been waiting to use the pregnancy emoji for like ever. So I just, when anyone responds to me right now, they're like, hey, can I buy a house? I want to just respond with like a pregnancy emoji. Or, hey, can I buy some shampoo? Pregnancy emoji. What do you want for lunch? Guess what I'm going to send them, right? Anyways, all right. So I am excited to connect with you today to talk a little bit about Facebook Lives and Instagram Lives. So really, I'm going to just talk to you because I feel like this is something that so many people want to do, and yet so few people actually do. And why is that? Why don't you do lives? Why are you afraid? What are you afraid of? So first and foremost, that's what we're talking about today. We're going to talk about lives. So lives with social media. So everything I give you today, you can apply it to Instagram, you can apply it to Facebook, you can apply it to YouTube, whatever video you're doing, you can apply this to it. And I'm going to give you tips and tricks. We're going to talk about what to wear, what not to wear. We're going to talk about how to get maximum engagement, the best times of day to do video and go on live. So it's going to be really, really fun. And I'm thankful that you're here. And I want to know where you're tuning in from. So everybody watching right now, whether you're watching it live or you're replay later, in the comment section, tell me what state and city you're in if you're comfortable. I love to know where people are doing it from. So I'm currently in Northern California. I'm sitting in my home office and I am checked my Wi-Fi speed before I went on to make sure that I was good and that I wouldn't be disconnecting from you guys like last time. So all right, let's get to it. So where are you guys hanging in from? Let me know. I want to hear where you're at. And one thing to know about me is I will always go back and read the comments. So if you have a question, something that I don't address, make sure that you leave a comment, because I will absolutely make sure that I respond to you. Because if you're taking time out of your busy life to hang out with me, then it's the least I can do to respond back to you. Okay. So first and foremost, everybody take a deep breath. Literally every person watching this right now, wherever you are, I don't care. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Okay. That's your first step before you do a Facebook Live. Literally, I did it right before I went on live with you. I think that we have so much anxiety around this. And a lot of the reasons that you guys have anxiety is you're like, well, what am I going to say? And do they actually care what I'm talking about? And who really wants to know what I'm thinking? And guess what? Everyone does. You have people following you on social media. You have friends on social media for a reason. They want to know where you're going. They want to know what you're reading. They want to know what you're eating. They want to know what you're doing. They want to know who you are. And I think the thing that makes lives and on Instagram, like the stories, right? Facebook, we have stories, these little 15-second snippets. What makes them so much fun is people get a little glimpse into your life and real time. And what's so powerful about lives is I can literally take my cell phone, which I'm on right now. I'm not on any fancy recording equipment, and I can take you with me wherever I am. So right now, right, we're at my house, and we just updated the whole thing. It's really fun. I promise I will be giving you guys a tour of our upgrades soon, and rehab, not upgrades. But then this weekend, my sweet hubby, Ryan, is turning 41. And so I'm whisking him away to our favorite bed and breakfast in Mendocino. And guess what? I can do a live there. I can take you there with me. And people want to be a part of your life. That's why lives are so incredibly powerful. Video is changing the way people do business. Lives, they're changing the way people get to connect with you. Because back in the day, right, you can knock on one door, you could pick up a phone, you can have one conversation. But with social media, with lives, you can talk to thousands of people simply with the click of a mouse. So how do you do this? How do you get around the fear? Because I get it, you guys, there is fear associated with this. So first and foremost, I heard something this morning. Actually, Ryan was watching the Hollises. Rachel Hollis was talking with her husband, Dave, and they were talking about how they're so, like, sometimes they're nervous. They're really, really nervous. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous to do a Facebook Live, or I'm so nervous to do an Instagram, right? I'm nervous. I'm nervous to go on stage. So you have this nerves, right? And it's bottle. And you're like, what do I do? How do I get rid of this? I don't know. I'm scared. What if you turn those nerves into excitement? What if you say, wait a second, what an opportunity I have to connect with people and to share with people. So step one, write this down, turn your nerves into excitement, because this is an awesome opportunity for you to connect with people. Now, you guys are going to notice I kind of look down. I do have notes. That's one of the things we're going to talk about here. So a lot of times people say, well, what would I even do a live about? Like, yeah, of course I want to try to do it, but what do I even do a live about? Well, I think first you have to figure out exactly what your passions are. What are your passions? Okay, so a lot of times we don't know what we're passionate about in life. We're like, well, I mean, I have a job, and you know, I drive a car, and I don't know, I'm married. I don't know what I'm passionate about. So what I tell people, and we do this in my real estate company, we have people write down their 5 social media passions, because we actually build business models around social media for real estate. And you know, we also, so I know I have people tuning in right now in different industries. So second question for you guys, what industry are you in? I know I have a lot of people in real estate probably tuning in. I have authors tuning in. I've got a lot of people from our shampoo with Monate tuning in. So what industry are you in? Because that's going to kind of help me fine tune a little bit this conversation. So I'll know a little bit more about how to talk to you about what you should be posting about and what you should be doing a live about. So, all right, we're going to do our 5 passions. So I want you to take a piece of paper and write down 1 through 5, okay? 1 through 5. And I want you to think, okay, what am I passionate about in my life? Well, number 1 for all of you, you're going to write down your industry. So whatever your primary job is, okay? Now you guys know I've got 4 companies, but I really feel like I have 2 primary jobs. One is going to be real estate for me, and one is going to be Monate, right? So I have 2. So you're writing down what your industry is, what pays your paycheck, okay? Now, second one, I want you to think personal here. So if you are single, amazing. Good. You're single. That's awesome. I was single for a long time. If you're married and you have kids, hopefully you like them. That should be a passion for you. So write that down, okay? And I totally understand having privacy around your kids, and as you should. And you still, if you get, a family photo taken for Christmas or something like that, if you're going to send it to your friends, you can post it if you care to. So number 1, I would say your industry, whatever industry you're in. Number 2, something personal. So it could be family, it could be friends. Maybe if you're single, you're like, you know what, I'm not super passionate about a husband, because I don't have one of those yet, or a wife or a girlfriend, whatever. However, I've got amazing friendships. So friendships, that's something you put down. Then I want you to think about what else you're passionate about. Is it hunting and fishing? Is it eating clean? Is it working out? Is it reading books? Is it travel? Is it inspirational quotes, right? All these different things. What are you passionate about? And you really kind of have to dig deep. And what I'm doing here with you is I want you to think about, so I want you to think about what we're doing here is we're kind of brainstorming potential topics that you can do an Instagram live or a Facebook live about, right? And so you're thinking, all right, well, I know that I've got 4 things down, but Rachel said I should have 5 things. I should have 5 things I'm passionate about. What else am I passionate about? So I want you to think about this. When you're on Facebook or Instagram, right? When you're on social and you're scrolling through, you guys, you're giving me all these hearts and you're just making my heart flutter. I love the hearts. You know this. And P.S., the fact that we're pregnant right now, I literally have 2 hearts inside of me. That blows my mind. Like, side note. Okay, so you're on social media and you're scrolling and all of a sudden you stop because there's a post, there's something that catches your eye. There's something that someone says and you're like, wait a second, I think I need to respond to this person. So wait a minute. All right, maybe that's something you're passionate about. So if you only have 4 passions, you can't figure out what your other one is, pay attention to what stops you or scroll when you're on social media. Likely that's something you're passionate about. And then I want you to take a piece of paper and I want you to write each one of those passions down. And I want you to kind of do a little mini mastermind around some different things that you could do Facebook Lives about in regards to each of those topics. And if you're stuck on that, we can talk about that later. Okay? All right. So first and foremost, you're going to pick your topic. So a lot of times we're going to get into some of the tactical stuff with lives and then we'll dig into some more of the mindset. A lot of times when we are, there's a lot of you in real estate. We've got fashion industry here. We have Monat here. We have stay-at-home moms here. We have all kinds of industries. I love, love, love. Stay-at-home mom is an industry, by the way. You guys are rock stars. So first and foremost, I want you to pick a topic because like today I'm doing a Facebook Live about Facebook and Instagram Lives, like kind of crazy. And yet I prep my topic. So I pick my topic and then I think, gosh, what if I was going to watch a live on this topic, what would I be looking for, right? I would usually the reason somebody watches, is interested, it's because they have a need. They have a hole that they need to fulfill, right? They have a void. And so I'm thinking, okay, if I were to watch somebody teach about Facebook Lives, I'd want to know how to do it. I'd want to know, because I'm scared, how to get around the fear of it. I'd want to know, what to wear. I'd want to know when to do it. I'd want to know where to do it, right? So you really want to think, first you pick your topic and then you want to prep it. And the way I always prep it is I think, how can I add value to others? What is missing in their life that I could potentially teach? And then you prep your topic. So what you guys will see here, let me just unstick this, it's not sexy, it's not fancy. I literally have handwritten down bullet points of what I'm going to talk to you guys about today. So don't think that you see all these people, like I've been doing lives for quite a while and video for a while, so I'm really comfortable doing it. But it wasn't always that way. And the reason that I have notes is because it keeps me on track. And there might be something really powerful that I want to share with you that I might forget if I don't have these notes. So first you pick your topic. You want to have a purpose. You want to have a reason behind your topic. And then you're going to prep it. Now, I really encourage you to get clarity on who you are and what your business is. And one of the things that I really challenge you to do as well is think about your branding. Now, you might be saying to me, Rachel, what about my branding? Like, I don't have a brand. Like, I have a logo, but that's not my brand. Who is my brand? Your brand is who you are individually as a person. As a person, it's who you are. And so my brand is everything that I do. It's everything that I am. It's everything that I think, right? It's everything I'm passionate about. So I am a wife, right? I am a real estate agent. I'm a friend. I'm a daughter. I'm a coach. I'm a speaker. I'm all these different things, but you're not just one thing. And I think that's one of the reasons people get so stuck on these lives and you're just so scared is you're like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Well, if I'm in real estate, am I just going to say buy a house, sell a house? invest in real estate? If I sell shampoo, am I just going to say, buy my shampoo? Like, no, because that's boring and they're going to delete you, and they should, because you suck, right? Don't do that. What I want you to do is I want you to embrace your personality. And a lot of times people say, well, nobody's going to watch me. No one would want to talk to me. No one's going to want to watch my live. Like, what do they care that I have to say about? Do you guys have friends? Do you have a single friend? Do you have one person in your life who wants to support you? That's your first viewer on a Facebook Live. Do you have 5 friends, 50 friends, 1,000 friends? You guys, what's so neat is with Facebook Lives, there's so much fear around it, right? And you're like, I don't know if I can do a Facebook Live. I'm so nervous. I don't know what to do. The one thing I want to share with you is Facebook Lives are fun. It's like a party. Like when I'm throwing a live, like you guys saw, I put a post on Facebook, I put a post on Instagram, I made a story about it, and then I sent an email out because I've got about a little over like 9,000 people in my organic email list. And I sent an email to all of them because these are people who have said, hey, Rachel, I want to connect with you. I want to be a part of your life. I'm either following you or friends, or I've subscribed to your email list, right? And if that's the case, fantastic. These people are raising their hand that they want to support me. But I'd never done a live. My first Facebook Live, I was terrified. I literally had beads of sweat on my upper lip. I was so nervous. Give me an emoji if you're nervous. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, you either give me an emoji or give me a 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you to do a Facebook Live? 1, you're like, I got this. I can slay this. I'm in. 10, it's like jumping into the water with live sharks. Tell me if you're 1 to 10. 1, not a big deal. You got this. 10, it's sharks. Okay, we got a 10. We have our first 10. Okay, so a 100. Okay, Fontana. So, all right. So some of you are nervous about the lives. Okay. So let's get through the fear part real quickly here. So first and foremost, you're going to do a live. I'm going to give you all the tactical stuff you need to do so you can prep your live and be ready for this. But I want to tell you that when you do your first Facebook Live, the very first thing you're going to do is you are going to put a post on social media and you're going to say, hey, you guys, I am so freaking nervous. I am doing my very first Facebook Live on Thursday at 4:00 and I am terrified. It would mean so much if I could have your support. So if you guys would just tune in and support me, throw me some hearts, give me some emojis, just let me know that you're here. That would mean the world to me. So you don't get the support a lot that you don't ask for, right? You don't get the business that you don't ask for. So make sure that you're asking people to come and support you. Now, the other thing is, we talked about it before, turn your nervous energy into excitement. Take a deep breath, right? Do some jumping jacks. My husband did a Facebook Live in our shampoo tribe yesterday, and the guy was so nervous before he went on. He was so nervous. And then he did well. He did well. He also had his topics prepped. And of course, after he was like, I could have done better. Well, the great opportunity that you all have is you can do it again and again and again. And that's what's so neat about this is the only person judging you, really truly, the person who's looking at you going, gosh, you totally could have done better. You look ridiculous. Why are you wearing that outfit? It's you. We are our own worst critic. And the problem I think a lot of people have, and the reason why they're fearful, is they're watching everyone else on social media and they're seeing them do a live and they're like, she's so comfortable. Look at her hair shine. Look at the perfect lighting. I could never do that. You absolutely can do that. But you have to get over the fact that you think everyone's judging you. People want to love you. People want to support you, but you have to believe in you as well. And again, practice, practice, practice. Before you go on social media, before you go live, practice. I used to do recorded videos to see how I looked and how I talked. Those of you who know me, like, you know that I cannot not talk without my hands. Like, I'm a legit karate chopper. It's what I do, right? And I talk with my hands. And I remember taking different speaking courses and I was like, can I talk with my hands? Is that okay? And they said, look, it's part of your signature. It's who you are. You can talk with your hands. People like you. I've said this on many videos before. People work with people they like, and they like you, but they need to know who you are. They need to know what matters to you. And when you're doing, there's other karate choppers out there. I like it. And when you're doing these lives, what's so neat is I get to get a little sneak peek. Hearing somebody on the phone is one thing, right? Hearing somebody on the phone, but watching them on video, you guys get to hear my tone of voice. You get to see my body language, right? You get to see like my dimples right here, like all the things, right? You get to see who we are and we get to connect. And it makes it kind of a deeper connection. And so guess what? You're doing these lives, you're so scared, but what is the result of it? People trust you. You know, when someone's going to work with you, they always ask 3 questions. So regardless of your industry, write these 3 questions down. So if someone's going to work with you, they ask themselves 3 things, always. Number 1, can you help me? Number 2, do you care about me? And number 3, can I trust you? Do you care about me? Can I help you? Or can you help me? Sorry. And do I trust you? And they're asking themselves these questions because they're thinking, could I potentially work with you? Do I want to have you in my world? And what's neat with this lives is they get to actually feel a little more of who you are. And so hopefully the answers to those 3 things are yes. So you're going to practice, practice, practice. And I don't know if you know this, but on Facebook Live, you actually can choose your audience. So I can have a private audience where I am doing a live and the only audience is me. And then I can look it back and I can check it and see if I like it. And then if I do, I can then go public and I can do another live and be prepped. I also can choose an audience of 1 person. So I could say, hey, I'm going to do a live and I only want Ryan to see it because I want to practice, practice, practice. So you can have it be whoever your audience you choose, you can do that. You can do lives in private groups. So maybe you're not fully comfortable doing a live on your personal page like I'm doing right now. I could do a live in my private group, one of my private groups, right? To kind of ease myself into it. You could do whatever you want, right? Start with recorded video, feel good about who you are and how you talk and all of that. And remember, if you're looking at it going, I look like an idiot, no one's going to trust me, no one's going to work with me, show it to someone else who cares about you. Show it to someone else and see if they go, it's not that bad, or get their critique, right? People who love you and care about you, they want to see you succeed. All right. So next, how do you set the stage? So I want to talk to you a little bit about setting the stage for doing a live. So this is practical things when you're going to do a live, what you need to do. Okay. First and foremost, you want to make sure that you have a good background behind you. Now, if you're actually like out on the street and you're doing a busy live and it's noisy, know that you're going to have a different outcome than if you do it right here, right in a quiet environment. So I purposely prep my lives. When I know I'm going to go live, I have a very simple background behind me. So this is actually my home office. I have a real simple background behind me. And then I make sure that the background noise is limited. Okay. So if I'm in I don't know, say that I take, because we've done a live, we have our Mommies and Mimosas event, right? So say that I take my my phone and I'm doing a live there, there's going to be different elements, right? I'm outside. I don't know exactly what's going to happen behind me. I control as much as I can. Y'all know I'm a control freak. However, there's going to be people, kids running. Somebody might say something I don't want on there. It is what it is, but that's the beauty of lives is people are there with you. But when I'm doing a prepared live, I'm in a controlled environment. I have no noise around me. I have my phone on airplane mode. That's a huge tip, you guys. Make sure your phone's on airplane mode because you're not getting text messages and phone calls. The only thing that I can see are your comments right now. And if I wanted, if those distract me, and in the beginning, I encourage you to turn them off, you can swipe and those comments go away and it's just me seeing me, right? Lighting is really, really important. So I'm going to go over my 3 favorite lighting techniques for you guys. And then I'm also going to, at the bottom of this, so if you're watching this on Facebook, at the bottom of this, I'm going to include a picture, this picture that I'm going to show you here. I'm going to include this picture in the bottom of the comments of this video. All of my Facebook lives get uploaded to YouTube because I have a Pretty Jammin' YouTube channel, which you're totally welcome to check out. So if you go to YouTube/Rachel Adams Lee, there's lots of free coaching there. It's on real estate, shampoo, mindset, all the things. I have a really cute one coming out with Ryan that I'm so excited about, you guys. He's so freaking adorable on camera. And those are pre-recorded. Some of those are, but I will make sure that I upload this as well. So 3 into the body of the video. So 3 different things that I do for lighting. And I will, so you can see where I get them. I get them all on Amazon, so nothing too crazy. I have a selfie lighting. I have a ring light here. And then I also have a light that goes on my desk. So I'm going to show you guys what those look like. So first one here, this is a selfie light. Now lighting is really important because I have lighting on right now I can turn off the lighting and show you what it looks like just so you guys can see. So it's a little bit different, right? Like it looks fine, but it's not quite as like crisp and clean. So I have a ring light that I'm gonna turn right back on. Okay, so I have first and foremost here, this is a selfie light. So this actually clips onto your cell phone and it has 3 different settings. So 1, 2, 3. And what's really neat is whether you're doing a live or you're taking photos, it's a really awesome way to, on the go, always have great lighting with you, because lighting can make or break a really good live, okay? Now, second thing here, this is on my desk. This is another really good light. And why I like this one, I'm gonna turn it on so you guys can see it, I think. Just kidding, did it go on? Yeah, okay. So the reason I like this one is it's totally adjustable. It's a really cool light. It travels well if you want it to, but it's a really nice light. And so this I can just kind of like shine on my face to give me a little more uplighting if I want it, right? So it's kind of a neat trick here. And then my last one, I'm just gonna turn this around so you guys can see it. Can you guys see that? It's a ring light. So it's in our office. I can walk over and show you guys. Can you see that? Wait, where am I going? There it is. So it's just a ring light and it's kind of a bigger base. And I really like it. So it's really a good one. That's kind of my main one when I'm in the office. Let me just get myself situated again. But that's kind of my main one when I'm in the office. And I just really like it because it gives me the right kind of lighting that I care for. So lighting's really important. Again, I will make sure that I post this picture at the bottom so you guys can get all my favorite lighting so you can use that for your business as well. Okay, and then outfit. So a lot of people might think it doesn't matter. It really does matter. You do not want to have a super busy outfit on video. So I tend to go with usually solids, or if I'm gonna do stripes, they're very thin stripes like this shirt right here. I don't do plaid, I don't do paisley. You wanna be really, really, you want to be really aware of what you're using. What you're wearing. And obviously like different times, right? Some days I will have like today for this live, I full on did my hair, did my makeup. But other times when I'm doing lives, if you're not feeling it and you're like, the topic you're talking about is like real and raw and you're like, I don't want to be beautiful today, have your hair in a freaking bun and wear yoga pants. Like you guys know I'm wearing yoga pants right now. It's very rare that I have not like party on top and, business on top and party on the bottom. So make sure your outfit kind of is prepped for video as well. And then someone just asked what my stand is that my phone is on. So I'm going to show you guys that real quickly. You're getting a full view. Okay. So this is my favorite stand. I love it. I travel with it. I have one for travel. I have one for home. This sign's so cute, you guys. It says press for champagne. Can you guys see that? All the fun things in my office. But what I like about this one is it collapses all the way. Let me just close it for you guys so you can see. So it's really little. So it can be like a full stand. Awesome. She goes, God bless yoga pants. I hear you, girl. So I'm going to get this back up and ready for you guys. Real time. You're messing up my whole flow, guys. What the heck? This is one of the other things that I talk about. Prepare for the worst and hope for the best. So a lot of times when I'm doing lives, I have like really great intentions about how it's going to go and what the plan is. But I'm also prepared that like life happens. Sorry, I got to get the stand back up. Life happens and timing happens. And like the other day I was doing a live and sorry, you guys, this happens. Now I have to fix it. You're getting a real close up on my face. Okay, so I was doing the live and everything was fine. And then somebody knocked on the door and I could totally hear my husband talking. And I was like, okay, this is like a little bit quiet or a little bit loud. Like it'd be awesome if you were a little more quiet. So you just kind of want to like prepare. Again, the stand, I got it from Amazon. Everything I get is on Amazon, you guys. It's like what I do. Let's talk equipment. So a lot of people I have purchased, oh my gosh, I've spent thousands of dollars on fancy cameras and all this crazy stuff and like lighting that's hanging and all this junk. I literally record on my iPhone. My phone is the very best thing that I can record on. You don't need to get fancy equipment. Use your phone. If you have an iPhone, good for you. You're in my club. If you don't and you have an Android, you're in Ryan's club. Apparently you're still smart. That's like our normal argument in our house. So iPhone is what I use to record it on. And then the last thing I want to share with you, don't, okay, this is kind of a funny story, but I had this girlfriend named Brittany, and I always am watching her videos and I'm like, oh my gosh, your videos are so crisp and so clean. How do you always have such high quality videos? I'm so confused why yours are so much better than mine. I'm like, what camera are you using? So I'm like ready. I'm like, and I'm the person on Amazon, like I have a legit addiction where if you say something, like we're sitting down on the couch and you say something and I'm on Amazon, and before you finished spitting it out, I've bought it. Like I'm an Amazon Prime addict. Anyone else out there, Amazon Prime? Raise your hand. Tell me if you're an Amazon Prime addict. I want to hear you. So I am ridiculous Amazon Prime addict, and even more, like I bought like shake weights. Like, I mean, I'm that girl, right? So I bought a lot of different things, and so I was ready to purchase like the most fancy equipment, and I'm like, how is yours so good? And she goes, honestly, I just use my phone. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, and so I asked my husband, I'm like, our Wi-Fi, like maybe our Wi-Fi is not that strong. So Ryan checks, he's like, babe, our Wi-Fi is super fast. It's not our Wi-Fi. Like, what is it? I'm so confused. Guess what the trick was? Guess what the difference between her videos and my videos were? You guys are gonna, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, I mean, when she told me, I was like, seriously? And then I did it and I was like, oh my gosh, my videos are so amazing. It was cleaning my screen on my phone. Literally cleaning the screen on my phone, because as a woman, I have makeup on my face and I get smudgy stuff on the camera. Literally, you guys, number one rule, if you take nothing else away from this, clean your phone before you do a live. All of a sudden, your little fuzziness, you're crisp, you're crystal clear. That was the magic trick, you guys. Give me a break. That was the magic trick in a better video quality. It wasn't the fancy equipment, it was cleaning my dang phone. So yeah, a lot of you are loving that, just like I did. I was like, really? And then I did it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like I got a new phone. All right, so we talked about brace for the worst, hope for the best. You never know what's gonna happen. All you can do is prepare. But what I will tell you is you have all this fear and you're so nervous and what do I talk about and how do I do it? When you're prepared and when you're taking deep breaths and you're like saying positive affirmations, right? You're gonna add value to people. This is gonna be an amazing live. I'm so excited, right? I'm nervous, but I'm also really excited. What happens is you're prepared and the nerves and the fear sort of starts to go away, and then you're excited and you're like, how can I add value to people? And then, like what's happening right now, you get positive reinforcement. So when I'm asking you, every time I'm asking you guys for hearts and for love and where you're from, and you know how scared you are to do a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live, what I will tell you is it's getting love. I'm getting positive reinforcement that I'm doing a good job and you guys are here to support me. And also it gets the engagement up. So when you do a live, I'm doing the live right now, right? And everybody watching, what I want you to do is I want you to tell me if you're watching it live right now in the comment section, every single one of you, we've got 117 watching, write the word live. If you're watching it live, write the word live. Now, if you're watching this later on a replay, I want you to write the word replay. I want to know if you're watching it live with me or if you're watching it later. And when you're watching this later, if you are, answer the question still, because I want to know what's happening in your world. Right? So I'm asking you questions, because guess what happens? You're going to engage with me. And it shows me, hey, I'm not alone in this. People are here to support me. You're listening. I'm saying something that adds value to you, so you're not going anywhere. But then also besides that, when I'm done and I hit this and I record it, right? I'm sorry. When I'm done, you hit finished and then you can post it or not. If it was like horrendous and you think it was the worst thing you ever did, you don't have to post it, which is cool. Or I'm going to obviously post this, right? Then every time later when someone's watching it again and they answer my questions or they say replay, it pops to the top of social media. Lives are the highest rated thing you can do right now. Highest rated. You guys want to know how to beat the algorithm on social media, Facebook and Instagram? Lives are 100% of the way. So many of you are watching this live right now. I love you guys. Mwah. And this is what it's about. This is engagement. This is connection, right? And so when you're doing this, you want to ask people these questions. You want to say, are you watching live? Are you in a replay? When I'm prepping a Facebook Live, I ask 3 questions usually throughout it. I ask one in the beginning. I always ask where they're from. And then in the middle, I ask if it's live or a replay. And at the end, I ask one more question because I always want to have engagement. And I always want to make sure that what I'm saying is relevant and adds value to people and it stays at the top of social media. Now, everyone knows the algorithm's changing. It's going to change again in April and everyone freaks out about it. Know that lives are not going anywhere. They want you to do them. You can make a post, that's awesome. Post with a picture, even better. Post with a video, even more powerful. And the most powerful, the most impact you can make on social media right now is doing a live just like I'm doing right now. Don't be a me monster. Don't be a me monster. What does that mean? Like, me monster. What that means is this isn't just about you. When you're doing a live, I don't come on a live to just say, oh my gosh, I'm so amazing, you guys. Like, look at my career and look what I'm doing. Gross. Like, nobody would want to be anywhere near me and I wouldn't want to be anywhere near me. What I think about is how can I add value to others? When I'm doing a live, I don't just do it because I'm like, well, today I want more business, so I'm going to do a live and all of a sudden the referrals are going to come in. That's not how business works. That's not how it works. What you want to do is you want to think, okay, how can I add value to others? Maybe you're in real estate, right? And you're like, okay, I want to talk about real estate. So maybe I'm going to do a new video when I have a listing. Maybe I'm going to have, I'm going to do a video on every single city that's in my area. Maybe a new business, maybe a new ice cream shop just opened or a new Mexican restaurant. So I'm going to go into the restaurant, introduce myself as a real estate professional, and I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I've got over 25,000 followers on social media or 5 followers. Does not matter how many you have. And what I'd love to do is I'd love to showcase your restaurant. So would you mind taking me back to the kitchen and making 2 of your favorite dishes? Then I'm going to come do an interview with you and I'm going to share with you you know, the latest dishes and I'm going to get to share with all the people who follow me how phenomenal your restaurant is, right? So you're building relationships with different people, but you're exposing your followers, you're exposing your community and sharing them why you are the local expert, right? Top 5 videos. Everybody loves a good top 5 videos, right? The 5 ways that you can prepare for the springtime, the 5 things, the 5 best places to take your kids, kid-friendly restaurants, right? So coming up with things that are going to add value to people, why they're going to watch you. Because I always say people work with people they like and they like you. But again, they need to know who you are and why you're adding value to them. Because I guarantee you, today, if you made a post on Facebook or Instagram and you said, if you had to say 5 different things about me that maybe could add, that I've added value to your life, what would it be? Or if 5 makes you uncomfortable, be like, what is one thing that I personally have done to improve your life? In what way have I improved your life? Or what's one thing you've learned from me? Like that could even be an easy one. What is one thing you've learned from me? And you make a post, right? And then you have a bunch of different people saying things that they've learned from you. Those are all potential ideas for lives for you. You're going to make your 5 social media passions. You're going to ask people what they've learned from you. And anytime you are expanding your mind, anytime you go to a seminar or you read a book or you have this aha moment on a walk, right? You have these things, these brilliant, beautiful thoughts that come into your head, and usually you just keep them to yourself. And what you're doing is you're doing a disservice to others because you have a great mind. You have a great personality. There's a reason that people are drawn to you, and you're clearly good at what you do. So you have to share your gift, and people might not know your gift. And so the cool thing about these lives is this is an opportunity for them to hear you, for them to see you, to feel your heart. You guys know that I'm a mushy gushy kind of person, right? And so I talk with my hands a lot and I touch my heart a lot. And when I touch my heart, it's because it's something that connects with me and it matters to me, right? I don't care what I'm talking about. I usually am passionate about what I talk about. So that's what I share. And so whatever struggles you're going through, you can put a positive spin on it. Somebody just said, I need to lose weight. They want to lose weight. Okay, perfect. So you could put a post on social media and say, hey guys, I am looking to lose some pounds, wondering what some of your favorite low calorie breakfasts on the go are. And then they give you a few options, and then guess what? You have one that becomes your favorite, and maybe you lose 5 pounds. You don't have to lose 50 pounds, maybe you lose 5. What a great way to give back to others and do a live in your kitchen saying, hey, you know, I made a post a few months ago about how I felt a little bit fluffy or bloated or tired and I wanted some more energy, and I asked you, you know, I said I wanted to lose some weight, and you know, Jessica shared with me her favorite low calorie yogurt parfait to make in the morning. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to pay it forward and share it with all of you, and you're doing it right, and you're saying where are you guys watching from right now? Okay, so if you could have a crystal ball, how many pounds would you want to lose, right? And you could do all kinds of things, right? So you're engaging with them, but again, it's not about me, it's about you. So I don't want to be a me monster. Knowing your audience is really important. Knowing your audience. I always want to make sure that the people I'm talking to are people who I'd relate with. I know that I am not for everybody. I'm like fluffy and silly and blonde and like ridiculous. And I'm totally good with that, because the people who are meant to work with me and the people who are meant to be in my life are going to be in my life. And if I am too much for someone, I am so down with you hitting that unfollow button or unfriend button. I'm okay with that. And I mean, to be honest, as I've evolved to be the person that I am now and continuing to evolve, my friendships have changed. And that's going to happen to you as well. And I have friends who are like, what? Like, I don't get it. Like, why are you doing this? Or why are you doing that? It's okay, because when you're really confident with who you are and where you're going in life, the right friends and the right people show up. And what's neat about these lives is I have interactions with people that I might not again get to connect with. So know that as you're going through this process of becoming the best version of yourself and getting outside of your comfort zone and doing these lives, the right people are going to come into your life, and the right people are going to show up, and the right people are going to support you. Like, I know having a kiddo is going to change things a little bit, and you know, my friendships might change a little bit, and I'm okay with that. It's not easy, and yet it's worth it. I love you guys. You're like, preach, amen, sister. We're in church. Hallelujah. I love it. Okay, and then for real, if I could get some like worship music up in here right now, I'd be so down. Consistency really matters. So I encourage you, when you are looking at your social media, I want you to think, okay, maybe start small, 1 live a month, that's 12 a year. And then maybe you could do 12, and then maybe you could do 2 a month, right? And what I would encourage you is if you do 1 live a week, you are ahead of the pack, you guys. You are jamming. What I did, so you guys know that I have a YouTube channel, right? I literally made a post and I said, hey, if I could add value to your life in any way, what would be some of the things that I could add value to your life talking about? What would be some of the things I could do? So Catalina, I probably said your name wrong. I apologize. Catalina. She just said she's a stay-at-home mom. She's trying to figure this whole thing out. Maybe it's a successful bedtime routine you do with your kiddo, or maybe it's the healthy breakfast you have in the morning, or when you taught them how to do a positive affirmation. All these different things. There's things, every single person has their own unique gifts, and usually we're so unaware of what they are, we don't actually tap into them. So I feel like that is kind of a missing link, and again, we're all having these amazing experiences. We just need to dig into them, and consistency is key here. Whether you're doing you know, any business you're in, consistency is going to be key. So if you're committing to doing lives, start small. You can say, I'm going to do 1 this month. And when you get a little more comfortable, you could do 1 a week. That's all I'm challenging you to do. There's only 52 weeks in a year. You could do 52 lives. I know it seems like a lot. Pick a day in your calendar that you're going to have hair and makeup done, or you're going to brush your hair, or if you're bald, you're going to wear a nice shirt. I don't care. Choose the day that you're going to do a live, and then allow for a little flexibility, because when your life kind of changes, or when something happens and all of a sudden, like, boom, your life goes crazy and you're like, oh my gosh, this is happening and I had a life planned. Just roll with it. Go with the flow. Maybe the next thing you're doing could be a phenomenal opportunity for a live. People want the snippet into your life. Okay, what about when to do a live? When is the best time to do a live? So I have gotten this question a lot, and I want to share with you the best times to do a live. It is between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. in the evening, Thursday through Saturday. 4 and 7 p.m. Thursday through Saturday. Now, I thought that was a little bit crazy, because I was like, well, what time zone are you in? Because I'm Pacific and and it got all crazy. And I was asking my friend, who I can't give you my source, but he works at Facebook, and he said, you know, it's your time zone. So whenever works best for you. So me, because I know that I have a lot of friends and followers on the East Coast, I try to do them closer to 4 o'clock. But guess what? Today I have something happening at 4:30. So I'm doing it at freaking 2 o'clock. And I'm okay with that because it's my life and it's my business. And I told people this is when I'm doing it. So in a perfect world, 4 to 7 p.m., Thursday through Saturday, that's your magic spot. And yet if that doesn't work for you, that's for maximum engagement. Do it when you can. And engage people and tell them that they're welcome to come hang out with you, okay? Doing it in the morning. So Christina just said, should you not do it early? The thing with doing it earlier in the day, because I've really experimented with this before I actually knew about the algorithm, which is always changing, mind you. The thing with doing it early in the day is people are usually at work. And you have less eyes on you if you don't schedule it ahead of time. Now, if you are announcing when you're doing it, you do a post and you prep it, a little bit of a different conversation. So everybody watching right now, I would love for you to tag one person who needs to see this video. So you have someone in your life you've talked to, like, I should do lives, we should do lives, let's do lives. Tag one person who you think should do a live. Tag one person who's going to be your accountability partner to help you do a live. And if you're watching this later on Instagram Live, or if you're watching, or Instagram TV, sorry, or if you're watching this on YouTube, same difference. Don't tag them. Just share this video, share it with them, because everybody has fear around this. Everybody feels like they want to do more, they should do more, and yet they're too scared to do more. And let's see, did we get through everything? I feel like we kind of did. So, all right, I'm going to open the floor. If you guys, how much time do we have? Okay. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and put a question in here for me and I can share with you. One question that I saw earlier, we're going for 5 more minutes, then I'm out of here. One question I saw earlier is it better to do a live than upload a recorded video? So it really depends. I do both of those things. You will have more impact and influence when you are when you're doing a live video. And yet what I will tell you is you will have if it's between uploading a video or just giving a link for a video that's pre-recorded, I would definitely encourage you to do. I would encourage you to upload it directly, because if you get a link to YouTube, it's going to pull you outside of social media. It's going to pull you outside of Facebook, and they don't like that because they want to keep you in their own little world. So what I do is if I have a video, I will upload it directly to YouTube. And that's the difference when upload it directly to Facebook. When you're on Facebook and you are scrolling and you see a video automatically playing, that's one thing. That means they've uploaded it directly. But if you have to click on it, that means it's a link and it's taking you to a third party, and they don't like that. Okay, so someone said Instagram Live or Facebook Live. So really, it's kind of your preference. Instagram is 100% at the heels of Facebook. People are using it much more often, especially the younger generations are using Instagram more than they're using Facebook. So I would encourage you to use both. When I watch my business, I'm about 60-40. I'm still 60% of my business is through Facebook, 40% is Instagram now. But I will tell you that a majority of my real estate business is still through Facebook. The shampoo company, my Monet, is much more through Instagram. And I just think they're more Instagram heavy. And let's see, let's get a couple other questions. When am I going to do a video on a Monet Live? So Ryan and I have never, as crazy as it is, we've never actually done a live on my personal page. We did a live and we have like thousands of views and stuff in private groups, but we've never actually shared our story of why a real estate agent and a mechanical engineer signed up for a shampoo company. So we will be doing that live at some point on our page and steal any tips and tricks. I feel like, a lot of times if you're in real estate, you're thinking, I know you're saying, Rachel, do a video about a neighborhood, but every time you have an open house, instead of posting pictures of an open house, you can do a live in front of the open house, and you can stand there and you can say, hey, you guys, there's this awesome open house here, and I'm so excited to tell you, check out this beautiful, mature neighborhood. Look at these trees, right? And you're scanning across and they're seeing like the oak trees and they're seeing the charm of the neighborhood. And then you put it back on you and say, you know what? I'm here at 123 Main Street. street. This neighborhood is so desirable. Everybody wants to live here. There's a park right next door. And I mean, you can obviously see how beautiful these homes are. And I've got to take you on a tour of this house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, 1,600 square feet. It's kind of a bungalow style. It's adorable. Let me take you inside to show you. So you're showing them around the kitchen. It's so amazing. And you know, like the chef's dream and all of that. And you're like, and you know what? I got to take you upstairs. You have to see this master bedroom and the bathroom. Oh my, and the walk-in closet. Actually, I'm doing an open house on Saturday from 12 to 2. Why don't you just come see me yourself and I'll give you a private tour. Click, and you post that. It's engagement, it's fun, it's connection, right? If you're doing a live from on 8, my very first live I ever did, I was so incredibly nervous. Like when I talk about sweat on my lip, I was like, how the heck am I gonna talk about this? What do I do? You have to remember that people do care about you. So the first thing I did is I talked about me and why I had said no for 7 months, and all of a sudden I was in, and I was going to start with a shampoo company, and you know, the idea of passive income and all of that. And then I talked about the company. So I shared why the company matters, and I shared all the stats about the company and how it got me in. And then I showed before and after pictures, because again, it's not just about me. People are thinking, how can this add value to my life? Why would I want to do this? And I knew everybody has hair. Everybody wants better hair, right? So I really felt like live was a good way to kind of like announce to everybody what I was doing, and then they could ask and interact with me and ask questions about the products and all that kind of stuff. And that's the thing with these lives, you guys, they get an opportunity to connect with you. They get an opportunity to see who you are and to understand what you're doing. And you know, did I go to all of my best friends and say, come work with me or come sell a house with me or anything? No, I didn't go to any of my friends and shove my business down their throat. What I did is I got really clear on my mission. I got really clear on my purpose. I got really clear on my why I was in business with these companies, what it did for my life. And then I wanted to add value to others. And I thought, what could this do for you? What is missing in your life that I could help fulfill? And that's what these lives can do. You can help fulfill holes, fulfill gaps, and you can provide value to other people through these Facebook Lives and through these Instagram Lives. So, thank you all so much for taking your time and hanging out with me today. It is so my pleasure to get to be in your lives, and hopefully you got a little bit of value out of this. If you did, I would love to know in the comments what your favorite takeaway was, the one thing that you got out of this. I would love to hear really what has mattered for you. And if you are not watching this live and you're watching it on a replay, still comment. If you tag me, then I will be able to see your comment, and then I will make sure that I respond to you. If you don't tag me, it's hard for me to see it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I will make sure that I upload this picture, my favorite lighting, into the body of the video so you guys can see it. And I will upload this picture right now into the comment section here. But thank you all so much for your time. Go out there, do the lives. You can rock it. Put the fear aside, because people care about you. People work with people they like, and they like you. So go out there and show them who you are. Have a good day.